Hey guys, as you can tell, this what if's a little bit different. I haven't uploaded in like a month or a couple of weeks. I'm sorry about that. But anyway, oh god, sorry about that. Anyway, today's what if is what if Deku was a Power Ranger. Now I know a lot of people have already done this what if, but I just wanted to experience it for like a little bit because like this topic actually interests me because like it makes total sense. Power Rangers exist in multiple dimensions and time. This will be episode 0. This will be explaining how Deku became a Power Ranger. Deku's life is still the same as in canon. He's born quirkless. Bakugo gives him the name Deku. And overall, he's just one person who can't get anything he wants. But right now, we're not focusing on that. We're focusing on a new team. We're focusing on Ninja Steel. Now, Now, after that triumphant victory, Lineage still went away, as we all know, because we saw him a season. But in a different dimension, we have Zordon looking for a new Ranger team, but he can't find anybody worthy until he come across a little boy named Izuku Midoriya. Since he's still a child, he waits till he matures a bit to see what happens. But that's when, after Zordon kept keeping an eye on him, he realized that Izuku Midoriya was quirkless. Now, that didn't bother Zordon. It didn't even faze him. He didn't care that if he was quirkless. He just wanted to see if he was worthy. Since he's still a child, Zordon didn't exactly pick him for the team yet. But he had a few others in mind. Achako Araka, Tenya Ida. Name the other. I got two. Uraka's probably going to be pink. Ida's going to be blue. And we all know Izuku's probably going to be green. Yeah, he's going to be green. So I need 5 more names for 3 more Rangers. I need 3 more names for 3 more Rangers. Who should be the red, the yellow, and the black Ranger? But right now we have those 3. Zordon sees those 3 as capable young fighters. And the fact that 2 of them have a quirk makes it a little better. But along the life, Izuku was treated horribly, but he never gave up on his dream of becoming a hero. On the day he turned 15, after he gets saved by such an All Might told him he couldn't be a hero, Deku was suddenly taken somewhere else. He was taken to Zordon, seeing 2 other people he didn't recognize also come down too. All 3 of them asked the same simple question: who are you and what happened? Now Zordon calmly explains that he is Zordon, the Guardian of Earth. It says that an evil witch named Rita Repulsa was just freed, and she wants to take over the world and take over the morphing grid. Now he said he needed 5. He needed 6 rambunctious. Now he said he needs 6 teens with attitude. And you notice that these 3 would be the first part of the team. Izuku wielding the green power coin, Ida wielding the blue power coin, and Uraka wielding the pink power coin. Now, all of them go in and meet. Now, as soon as Zordon finished the explanation, one of Rita's monsters attacked. And she attacked right where the sludge villain was. So Zordon ported them there, and Alpha gave them a rundown on what to do. All they had to do was pull out the power coin, put it in the slot thing, I don't know what it's called, and scream, "It's morphin' time." And then they just said, and I don't know why they say the name of the dinosaur, but that's what Deku does. He says, "Dragon Zord." Baraka says, "Pterodactyl," and I forget what the name of the Blue Ranger Megazord is. Tell me in the comments down below. I'm an idiot. I forgot. I didn't rewatch Power Rangers for this, but I do know a lot of the details that happened. So they transform in front of everybody. Everybody thinks they have a transformation cord, and they're asking why they're using it. And then he said, and then Rita Repulsa came down saying, and she's like, "So you're the one Zordon picked to stop me? A bunch of kids? How foolish of him." And then Deku spoke up and said, we're about to we're about to show you why you're wrong." Sorry, I stuttered there. Um, yeah, so they ended up in a engage against the monster, and they stopped the monster easily. That's when they destroy it. And then everybody's worried, why did they destroy that person? Then Rita Repulsa brings him back, but he's giant. Now Zordon says the only one who can combat him now is Deku because his Zord doesn't require a Megazord. Deku calls down the Dragon Zord. And then he transformed the Dragon Zord into the Megazord. With the own version of his Megazord that Tommy has in the original show. So this is going to be their first battle, you could say. It's going to be the first battle, the introduction of the Power Rangers. And then, they decide to keep fighting. And then after Deku destroys him, he gets a Dragon Lord and said, "Bye." And then the Dragon Sword went away. They asked everybody getting around saying one of their quirks, and they said it's not a quirk. It's a power we were given through an almighty being named Zordon. Now All Might's hearing this, he's saying, "Must be all for one. Giving him powers, giving him quirks." He didn't know about Zordon. Nobody does. And they asked, "Well, what's the name of that power?" And they really don't know. But that's when Zordon appears throughout the sky saying, "These are the protectors of the earth. It's not a quirk and not anything else. It's a power that people have used to protect the world for centuries before quirks were formed. I was the original Red Ranger." But they don't see a Red Ranger. Wait, there are 6, but right now I've only found 3 worthy candidates. I have to look for the other 3 to be given the power coins. Some of the heroes jumped the opportunity. Why don't you let us join? You're not worthy for this power. It works better combining with teenager DNA. And that's when most of the heroes got bummed out, knowing that, wait a minute, that's when some people passed down. Wait, can't this be passed down? It's always been passed down through generation to generation. But even once they bonded with it, even into an adulthood, they could still bond with the Power Rangers. The ones you see now are half their protectors. The Green Ranger alone won't be able to stop them. This is all Zordon saying, if I forgot to mention. He makes a big entrance. He normally wouldn't want to be known, but he didn't want them getting in trouble, so it explained everything to them. And notice that they will always be the protectors of Earth. There are things that even heroes with gigantification quirks can't stop. And they asked, but wasn't that guy just a rampage quirk? No. That was a monster made by I can't say her name, Rita Repulsa. I'm sorry. Anyway, this video is probably gonna be like 10 to 15 minutes long. It's like the background for their powers. So basically, they all get to know each other a little bit. They talk around for a little bit after that, and then they all just go their separate ways home. Deku, just going home and just examining the power coin. That's exactly what they're all doing. They're wondering, well, this thing's amazing. But they're all wondering, when are we going to meet the other 3? And that's when Deku didn't even realize that he had the power, the dagger. He didn't even use it. He just blasted them with the rest of them. And then they defeated the monster easily. Rita Repulsa thought that they just had cookies and sent in a very weak monster. Even people with strong quirks like number 1 hero would lose to it. She didn't expect the Power Rangers to come. So yeah, they just defeated that thing easily. And so Deku says we all have to train with this power. While Zordon meanwhile is picking out the other 3 worthy candidates. He's thinking about either Bakugo or Kirishima to be the Red Ranger. And then maybe one of the other girls from Class 1A. I want you to comment, because I'm actually thinking that Shido should be the Yellow Ranger. The Black Ranger, I don't really know. You guys got to tell me. Who do you think should be the Black Ranger? But yeah, that's just what's happening. for the 10 months training they're doing. I'm just gonna cover it's covering how they became Power Rangers, and it's gonna go up to the 10 months. Next episode, I'm gonna leave you with a cliffhanger on this episode. I'm gonna tell you this now. It's gonna be covering. I want you guys to just like tell me in the comments if you want me to continue the story, and I might have to redo What Did Deku Add in Curcio. Tell me if you want that to be redone. I'll get more facts before I do it, because I kind of wanted there. After just rewatching the anime, I just read the manga. I finished it again. Anyway, so I'm sorry for interrupting the video more and more and more. I'm sorry. It's just I gotta get this off my chest because I've been wanting to talk to you for a while. I've just been a little busy. Anyway, back to the story. Izuku and everything, just like for the 10 months, they all meet up at Zordon's area. They start training using the power coins. And I'm gonna take like the training montage they did from the movie. They have the pit, and oh my lord, that's gonna be funny. I just want to see them get thrown around like freaking ragdoll for hours. I wish I had a clip of that. Too bad I only use a phone, and I'm a cheap son, and I'm a cheap. I just can't. I can't do it. Can't do it like the rest of those other YouTubers can. But hey, maybe if I make some money after I monetize my videos for ads, I can buy a PC so I can actually like edit clips in from movies and everything after getting permission. But hey, now for his 10 months training, Deku is learning more and more of how to use his Dragon Zord more usefully. Sorry, hold on, I gotta exit this thing out. More usefully. He's learning how to use it better and more tactful, like Tommy did. Now, Deku in this one, he's gonna gain a lot of confidence, and since Uraraka's on the team, he won't be as nervous that it is when it comes to talking to girls. So yeah, Deku's just there, just trying his best and succeeding a lot. Actually, he's doing pretty well considering how it's going. But Deku now, he's just fighting them and everything, and he's winning. Like during the pit, they're winning the fights because they can actually morph. And they all start talking and notice how Ida's engines don't appear in the suit. And Uraraka can't use her quirk. They asked Zordon about this, and it said the power grid doesn't bond with the quirk good. So it gets rid of the essence of the quirk, so you basically have the powers of a ranger. That's when Deku brings up, wait, can't we still be shot by normal bullets? No. That's when Zordon answers, no. The morphing grid gives you a protection field, and it can be worn down. You will demorph if you take too much damage. But you can always just morph back. And that's when they continue training, and there's not much to cover in the 10 months, but about the fact that their friendship grows even more, and the crush on Deku and Uraraka flourishes a little bit more than it did in canon. Like, it's a little bit more visible. Like, most people can see it. Ida can definitely see it. So at times, he doesn't talk to him, he just leaves him alone and lets him do his thing, and then they're just like, wait, what's he doing? Why is he just... Wasn't like Deku, Uraraka's able to notice it completely. I'm gonna just say Deku in this one is blunt. He doesn't know when advances are coming on at him. That's what Deku is. He's a little dunce. He doesn't really notice things a lot like anything else. So Deku is a little bit oblivious to her crush, but not completely. It comes more apparent like Tommy's in the Pink Ranger's crush. I forgot Kimberly's crush in Mighty Morphin. And Turbo. I don't think she was a Ranger in Turbo. Yeah, she wasn't. She quit. Right? I can't remember. I'm an idiot. Anyway, they for that they enter the US, then they enter UA. And by now most people know about the Power Rangers, but they don't know who they are because the heroes decided, because like Zordon and them decided to keep it all in wraps. Zordon erased the press's memory, so they don't know about the Power Rangers because they'd exposed them. Everybody knows that Power Rangers exist, but they don't know who they are. It'll become more apparent when I'm going to introduce somebody from a game called Power Rangers Battle Grid. Battle for the Grid or something, I don't remember. You're going to find out who I'm bringing in, and that's when the Power Rangers' identity will reveal. But that's not going to happen for a long time. I might introduce him in the USJ. If you watch Power Rangers in the comics, you know who I'm talking about. But anyway, after that, they enter the USJ perfectly confident. Baki goes angry that a quirkless normal like Deku is going in. And Deku's had a lot of combat experience because when the Rangers in the movie end without them had with that, they were able to take on many monsters harder than steel and win. And that's when they more than finally finish out the beast and everything. So I'm gonna say their strength is like Deku's strength now was compared to Deku with like 1% of One for All mastered. That's not apparent, so we won't be able to take out the 0-pointer. But if he were a morph when nobody's watching, then yes, he'll be able to destroy the 0-pointer with just. And yes, he does have the little thing when the thing calls down freaking missiles and blasts the thing to freaking oblivion. So yes, anyway, that's it for the video. I will cover the points. I'll just finish it now. Deku actually studied a lot because Zordon said instead of just training your body, you also train your mind. So Deku gets like solid second place, Ida third, Uraka fourth. I'll say that somebody with an intelligence quirk in there will get first or something. I don't know. I don't know who got first. Was it Bakugo? I don't know. I can't remember. And when it comes to practical exam, Ida doesn't like walk up to Deku or anything because like they're all friends in this one. And so after that fiasco, all that, they get ready to start and they all just use their Power Ranger training and just destroy the robots completely. Ida kicks and starts punching the robot as well, which surprises most people because he has speed quirk, so can just kick him and destroy him easily while he's using his fist. Ida didn't notice he was using his fist because it's so natural for him in combat. Deku, on the other hand, was getting better and better by the day. So Deku's actually the strongest out of them both, which makes sense because he is the Green Ranger with the power armor. But Deku was just the strongest of them all. He's winning. He's beating most of the robots. So right now he's in the lead. And while the 0-pointer appears, Uraka actually doesn't get captured. She's actually fast enough to dodge and run. And so then they all escape without the 0-pointer actually, and that whole incident with Deku occurs. Deku asks Uraka if she's alright, and she says, yeah, a little bit red. And so then Deku just says okay, and then they walk home. Now, I can't put up the scores, but Deku actually did get first, mainly because of Power Ranger training and the fact that they're faster than most humans and can take more damage, thanks to the Morphing Grid helping them. Ida gets, like, third, and Uraka gets fourth, because Bakugo will still get second. Bakugo will get second. Todoroki gets fifth, and Todoroki wasn't even in there. Yeah, that's right, he was a recommendation. So, yeah, and they all just watch as these three are just like the ultimate team because they work together so well. The heroes know them. They know they're the Power Rangers, so they're like, oh, of course they entered. And so then they just went to that. Oh, wow, I didn't realize it was getting close to 20 minutes here. Anyway, they went home 2 weeks or 1 week later. I can't remember how long it was. They all get their acceptance letter. They all have their phone number, so they all call each other in a merge call. And they all said they all got in, and they also class. Deku got in class 1A with the highest score. Deku, Uraka, and them also got in with third to fourth place. And that impresses them all. When Deku went in, he said, what's the highest thing? They got in salt, and then, yeah, that's the end. That's the end. Like, that's just it. Like, they got in. So that's where I'm going to leave it off. I know most of you are going to be really mad I left it off on a cliffhanger, but hey, I'm a douchebag. I like recording my videos. I like doing this. Bye.